Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Podcast. This is the main show, number 60. To my right.
Ooh.
To my right.
I have he's changing it up.
Levi.
Oh, no, he's not. He did it me.
What is happening?
You.
Gates. And to my left, there is Anthony.
Leaving.
Fisher.
Gone.
And
gone.
that is that.
Is.
So, moving on, now that we've introduced ourselves. Oh, by the way, I'm Dane Hennen. Did I say that?
You did not.
Well, now we know. So, anyway, guys, what happened this weekend?
Oh, my gosh. What a crazy, it's been a nice week, but more of a catch-up week for us.
Okay.
I mean, we did do the second podcast, which was fun.
Yeah.
I really like doing
good.
that. You could tell
really
I was
well.
really excited.
People liked it. I think people really,
they like it when the fangs come out.
The fangs. I don't know if I would.
The fangs.
Yeah.
Hey, they're educational fangs.
Yeah, they are. Well, it's meant to be fun and it's meant to be informative. Yeah. It's not meant to be. I don't know. Sassy. Maybe a little
Says
sassy.
You.
I know.
I'm just messing.
Know.
I really, really enjoy that, but I love being able to take something and just put it in context, put it in perspective, and not just something that favors you or makes you look good. It's like, well, okay, here's someone's opinion. Now let's lay out the facts and see where things actually end up laying out.
Yeah.
So
absolutely,
I enjoyed that.
And I think it makes it fun. So, for the people that do interact with our videos and the people that do comment on our podcast and things like that, I think it's beneficial because there's a chance that you could be, in one of our videos. And again, don't think that just because you leave a negative comment, we're going to post it.
Please don't think that, because if I start seeing people with a pattern, I'm just going to be like, I'm deliberately ignoring this one.
Yeah. We want to see positive comments. It's just really, and it's not meant to put these negative comments on blast. It's just meant to address them to where we can openly talk about it.
Right. But I think it would be good, if somebody puts it out there where there's maybe a particular myth or there's a belief of, the age-old debate of, Dawn, does it strip, does it not, all that kind of stuff. Those are good things to put out there because then it's an educational thing for everybody so they can understand.
Yeah, and I was talking to your dad this morning, and I was thinking about when we had Ivan here and we were talking, and I brought up car washes and about my buddy that takes his car to the car wash every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
And that's his routine. He goes and gets the gas filled up on the car, fills the tank up, and then runs it through the car wash and gets he does a full service car wash. So they vacuum it, they do the windows for him, they put tire dressing, all that kind of stuff.
And that makes him happy.
And that makes him happy. And I was thinking about that yesterday when I was walking the dog and my boy on his bike, that his kids hopefully are going to be instilled with that want or need to care for their vehicle.
The care in the maintenance.
Yeah, care and maintenance of the vehicle because their dad, that's a good memory they have with their dad.
That is a great way to look at it.
Even though, as detailers, many of us cringe and wish that every single car wash was blown off the face of the earth, the point is this person is, even though he's running his car through a car wash, his car technically is very clean. And probably is very immaculate because he gets it done every week, even though it's got scratches.
As many say, shiny scratches.
Yeah. But it's a clean car. And his kids are going to grow up in a clean car.
Yeah.
They're not growing up in a dirty car.
No.
And the goal is that hopefully that will, pass on to them. And it may pass on to his son. It may pass on to his daughter. It may pass on to their new baby that's coming, that, this is how you care for a vehicle.
Right.
And the crazy thing is it's those people, it's that type of person that allows the detailing industry to function.
Yeah.
Because it's that want and need to keep their car clean. It's because he looks at it after a year of running through the car wash that he goes, oh, it's starting to get kind of dull. It's starting to get scratched. Oh, my headlights look like they need refinished. It's that person that then calls and goes, I need a detail. And I guarantee you, for most of you that are detailing professionally every single day in, day out, you have customers that come to you once a year.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
And you're lucky if you get customers that come to you every 3 months. But 90% of your customers come to you once a year, and maybe 10% are always going to come right before they have to sell the car. We're going to trade it in, want to make it look nice.
Yeah,
And it's a mountain of work. But it's those people that come in once a year, they keep their car fairly clean. I mean, there's always a lot of correction work.
Yeah.
But they're teaching the next generation, and that's not a bad thing.
No, what I think
and
is...
I feel like we act like that's a bad thing.
Right.
Right?
I wanted to point out just a little Big Lebowski moment for that thing. You remember the old quote, "You're not wrong, you're just an a-hole."
Yeah.
So when you're pointing that kind of stuff out, you're not going to change that guy's mind just telling him, oh, he needs to always be, making sure he's washing it at home in just such a way. It's like, well, if it becomes a chore for him, he might end up stopping doing that and end up resenting it. So you don't want to do that. What works best for that person? Yeah. So he comes to he's a potential customer there, and the beauty of that is he actually cares enough about the vehicle
he wants to keep it clean,
get it detailed. He may not always know the best techniques to prevent those scratches and things like that, but you know what? That's a customer in the making right there. He cares enough to actually see it through, and when his headlights need a little restoration or something like that, he's going to be looking for somebody to do that rather than, just always, worrying and making sure he drives himself insane. Like, oh, I may have introduced a slight mar there.
That's the customer you want because that's the customer when you do their car, they love it. They're so impressed with it at the end. They're like, wow, I never thought it'd look this good.
The people who bum you out should be the ones who just don't care at all, period.
Like, I've got a friend who was like, oh, man, I tried to clean our minivan. They'd only had it a month.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's just so much work.
The worst.
How do you do it? And I we were over for dinner, and I went over and looked at it. It was dirty, like filthy. And I'm like, "Well, you have the same.
Have you tried washing it?"
Yeah, I'm like, "Well, you have like 3 kids. Like, maybe make them not eat and drink food in the car." And he's like, "That's really hard not to." And I'm like, "Okay, so if you're not willing to give that up, and that's not a priority in your mind to clean the car, but I know." That's one of the beefs that maybe your wife has is that she absolutely hates driving around in a dirty car.
Yeah.
Maybe take it to the car wash once a month. Have them do the full service, and they vacuum it. They dust the dash. They do the windows for you, and they wash it, and they shine the tires, and it makes your wife happy.
Yeah.
Is that not worth whatever that costs?
That's $20 a month.
Yeah, that's not that much.
That's cheap. Yeah. And it's something that you can do that you can keep up on. Heck, you can bring your kids along. Some of them have, like, the one down on Broadway has the gun that they can squirt soap on the car.
Make it a fun thing that they look forward to, that they want to do.
Yeah, and it just gets kids excited or gets the family. It just everybody feels happier in a clean car.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. And digressing and going off topic, but that's what I like about what we did with the second thing is we're answering those questions for people and maybe trying to change the way people look at things.
Yeah, I'm not expecting to change everyone's mind with something. Some people are pretty dug in on their opinions, and that's them. It's just going to work that way. But you know what? If you end up helping steer somebody in the right direction, at the very least, you cause them to pause and think, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
That's a victory right there.
Yeah.
And it's not like we're not a detail shop. They're not coming to us to get a detail from us. They're maybe buying the products that end up cleaning their car if they choose to go that route, or the detailer that they go to may end up buying products from us. But ultimately, it's just trying to get that mindset to shift a little bit.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. All. And that anyway, that's just something I was thinking about this weekend when I was walking. But
so what's up with this?
on
our desk here.
Excuse me. This is a shout out to Bryce Fry.
Okay.
Fierce Detailing.
Yeah.
I paid for a shirt.
Oh, did you? So you
bought it with your own hard-earned money.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? You just basically
I'm just giving him a little shout out. I'll probably be wearing it like you're wearing your Rupes shirt. Or
I am.
I like the owl. I don't see many people using owls.
I know. I think that's what I like so much
about
it. When he posted the pictures on Facebook, I was like, "Oh, that's rad."
Yeah.
It's not when you think bird of prey, you're not necessarily thinking owl. So that's a fun subversion of that.
And as a detailer that used a bird, mine was we called it the Warhawk.
Right.
It was kind of more of a military-looking bird.
Right.
For my shop, Hawks Detail, having an owl, I really like. I don't know. I just love the layout.
It is
cool. It's simple, it's easy, and it's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
So
nice.
Good on you, man.
It was fun. So Bryce, thank you for the for sending this so fast. I did PayPal him all the money. So
before somebody else decides, oh, hey, plug mine next. Plug mine next. It's like you actually wanted that.
Yeah, you gotta show me the shirt. and then I got to pay for it, and then I got to ship it here.
Nice quality shirt, very
nice.
nice.
So
nice.
You're going to be getting a lot of emails.
I came in this morning, and then the shirt was sitting on my desk, so I was very excited. So,
very nice. Well, thank you, Bryce.
So thanks, Bryce. So what did you guys do this weekend?
Oh man,
I just kind of hung out. Carly.
Whoa, you pulled a Dane. You just didn't do anything?
Well, it was a different weekend. Like,
okay.
Carly and Hadley went up to Utah for the weekend. You got to Utah.
Utah. Yeah,
so
very nice.
They went up there to see her sister and hang out and do stuff. So it was just a weekend where Augie and I just kind of hung out.
Nice.
How many times did she make that drive a month? Like once a month, right?
She doesn't go once a month.
It's like once every 2 months?
No, she hasn't been down since March.
Oh my gosh, I feel like
it feels like it's more.
It feels like
no, they come up. My nieces come up. My sister-in-law comes up.
I was like, they're seeing each other more than that.
I feel like I hear that a lot.
They've come up a lot.
Yeah.
Like my nieces especially.
Yeah.
So now we got the bigger house, so there's room for them to crash. They come up more often.
Okay.
But we haven't been down since before we sold our house.
Oh wow.
Okay.
And then they've all come up, and then so her sister basically said, "If I pay for your gas, will you come visit?" And so she was like, "Sure." So she cash apped her the money, and my wife was like, "I'm gonna take Hadley. I'll see you later." I was
on the road.
Yeah. So they hopped in the car, headed down to Utah. Went up in the mountains. My brother-in-law took him up in his new UTV. He's got one of the big Can-Am Mavericks.
I was going to say, okay.
One of the wide-body Can-Am Mavericks, 4-seater.
Fun.
Those things are,
they haul, too.
Let's just put it this way. It's probably bigger than your Volvo. They're huge.
Wow.
They're big. And they're wide, so they've got the crazy long travel. I mean, that's...
Dane likes some
baby
big and wide.
Baby Raptor.
Yeah, dude, it was pretty dope. So we took him up in that. Took him up in the mountains. They took him up to the top of one of the hills over there in Mapleton. And
that's fun.
They had fun. So Carly was like telling me, she's like, I kind of want one of those. I was like... She looked it up and she's like, never mind. I don't really want one of those.
It costs more than a truck that's the same size.
She was like, I'd rather
get a quarter of our house.
She's like, I'd rather get a brand new 4Runner than one of those.
You know what's funny? That also costs a ton.
Yeah. It also costs a quarter.
And if you try and buy a used one, costs the same amount.
No, that's a very nicely optioned 4Runner is what that Can-Am Maverick 4
it is, sister.
Those
who know.
Yeah, so they did that. It was good. But Augie and I just kind of hung out. I had a detail scheduled this weekend that canceled, so I was kind of bummed about that. But it's a friend of mine. She's going to reschedule as soon as something went wrong with the car. So she was going to send it to the mechanic.
What kind of car is it?
It was just a Highlander. She just
something
bought it
went
from
wrong with the Toyota.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, she bought it from her parents, and it's just kind of a gap car. No, it's a newer one. It's a 2017, but there's something weird with the transmission on it. So she was going to take it into Peterson's this week, and so she's like, I don't want you to clean it and then me take it to the... She's one of those gals.
Because somebody's going to screw up.
So she's like, I'm
going
to send it to the dealer. I'm going to have them go through it, fix it, and clear the code, and then I will bring it to you and get detailed. And I was like,
you will be the last one to touch it besides me.
Because she is. She used to have a Durango, a black Durango that I used to care for, and kept it really nice, and she wrecked it. And then she bought a little Honda Fit for her daughters. She's got that are getting ready to drive, so she bought that for them. She's been driving that since.
See, I love a Fit because you can fit way more stuff in one of those than you think.
So she sold the Durango, bought the Fit, and she had a Durango RT. And she sold that, or wrecked it, bought the Fit, and then bought this 2017 Highlander from her parents. So, but she's like, I want to get it coated. I want to do all that. So she's the whole shebang, that keeps her cars really clean.
Nice. You got to love those customers, right?
So anyway, but Augie and I went and saw Hotel Transylvania 3. And we went to Pizza Pie Cafe.
Fun.
So for those of you that are lucky enough to have a Pizza Pie Cafe in your area, you don't know what you're missing out on. It's pretty amazing. So we went there Saturday. He was pretty stoked about that. Went and visited my dad. We put Watson in the back of the pickup. And drove him around in it for the first time, so the dog got to learn how to ride in the back of the truck.
Except he's a corgi, so he can't even see over the
so what you do for
side of the bed.
Oh, you can. So what you do for corgis is you tie a rope on either side, and you hook it to his harness, and then it's enough rope for him to go to one side and lean over and like put his paws up and like lean, and then it's enough for him to go to the other side and lean, but never enough to like fall out because
I was going to say, that is a hot button issue here in Idaho.
Very short dogs.
Dogs riding in the back of trucks, whether they're flatbeds or pickups. People get very
it's weird.
animated about
dogs
it.
Are supposed to ride in the back of a truck, as far as I'm concerned. I can't
on a flatbed. I get a little
a dog in a car. I cannot. It's because of my aversion to dog hair.
I get that.
Anthony, I know you've got some weird idiosyncrasies about yourself.
What are you talking about, man?
Just saying.
What you pointed
Just
at me
saying.
and you looked at and you said
you and I have traveled a lot.
I know with your hands.
I know certain things about you.
Weird
and Dane, I know about you, and there's some weird things too. But
you mean the part where I don't care if the dog rides in the car and I can handle it?
You can handle that. I
dogs.
Can't.
You hate dogs, Levi?
I have a Pyrenees. I don't have a choice.
I have a dog. But no, dog hair. So I don't like I'm just weird like that. And
sure.
Forgive me, folks. I don't like dogs on beds or couches.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yeah.
That's just I'm sorry, that's for me, and it's a dominance thing. So an animal should never be with you at the same level.
Levi feels challenged when
basically. Yeah. So that's just me. Like I don't like my wife, however, rebels against that.
Yep.
And allows the dog to ride in the car, allows the dog to lay on the couch.
See, that's me. Just
for me, like whenever I get in and I want to go sit down and I want to chill out and I walk up and my dog, my couch is covered in white dog hair.
You're like,
Yeah. I'm like, and I get the vacuum out and have to vacuum all of it. My wife.
I thought you were gonna say I chase him around the house with the vacuum. He's terrified.
No, no, but anyway, that's me.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I was very excited to get Watson's big enough.
Yeah.
Because he's a puppy. That's why he's been riding in the front seat of the car.
How old is he now?
He's 9 months old, 10 months old.
Okay.
So he's finally big enough that he could so I was very excited to tie him to the back. He loved it, and I was like, that's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Good, but there's photos of him riding in the front seat of the truck with me and Hog, and like he's a good dog. He's a really good dog, and it's just me growing up like don't like dog hair. Period. That's why I think I go crazy on you and you walk in and you've got like part of your dog still attached to you.
It's a matter of life at my house. That's why I'm so desensitized at this point. I'm like, welp. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. That noise you heard is me cracking open a fresh can of Diet Pepsi. Pick up yours tomorrow at the Diet Pepsi store.
Oh, no.
No, but it was good. So we just had a simple weekend. Augie got sick Saturday night and was throwing up. So that's super fun, hanging out and watching his blood sugars and then trying to...
So you were busy. You were just...
I didn't get any sleep.
Homebody busy.
2 hours of sleep Saturday night. It was great, let me tell you. So I took a 20-minute nap yesterday. And then I got about 4 hours of sleep last night. So I'm doing all right. So pretty good. Anyway, that was my weekend.
Very nice.
Augie came to work today, as you guys got to see. So that was fun to have him. And then, what are you guys doing? What'd you do?
Well,
your brother's birthday was this weekend.
Yeah, my brother's birthday was Sunday.
Shout out to Corey. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Corey.
How old is he?
He's 37.
He's 3 years younger than me. So it's
25.
always,
25 or 26?
26.
26 years old. Welcome to 26, Corey.
Happy birthday, Corey.
Officially over the first hump of the hill.
He's been drinking for 5 years.
He has.
So we just had fun little get together. Got some of the friends like Gabe and his work pal Megan from their business, and really cool. Yeah. But the first place he had us go was the Wilder downtown, which is basically like this little hipster cafe thing. You don't even know it's a restaurant when you're going by because it just looks like it's part of this condo setup. But yeah, good food. It costs about as much as you expect it to. And it was nice.
Nice.
But then they wanted to go see a movie afterwards, so they wanted to go see Crazy Rich Asians, which immedially I was going, oh no, am I gonna like this, or am I gonna be cringing, or what's going on? Because I'm not a
best-selling book series.
I'm not a rom-com guy, but at the same time, I'll give it a pass. Sure enough,
your brother's birthday.
As much as the title made me go like, oh, this is gonna be rough. Actually, no, it was really great. It was surprisingly, as somebody who's like a cynic like me and a real critic of stuff, I enjoyed it. Yeah. I did. I was surprised. Don't let the title turn you off like, oh, this is going to be like some kind of really dumb movie. No, it was actually well done, and you'll see a lot of folks you recognize and love, and it's a good time.
Yeah. Nice.
So, that's my shorty review is good job, guys. But beyond that, I mean, yeah, it was basically just that. And actually on Saturday, had the day to just kind of do whatever. And it was funny, Pan emailed me. Me and him have been emailing back and forth because we're coordinating the release of the videos and stuff. Because one goes out on his channel, same time as ours. It's the same video, but with their own touches. So, yeah, basically been working on that. But then he asked me, he goes, I really like your guys' cover art on YouTube. Do you think you could do something like that for me? I was like, well, I thought about it a little bit. So, yeah, basically Saturday I played around and came up with some different schemes. So I'm making Pan, the organizer's cover art for his YouTube page now. And it'll probably end up on his Facebook and other stuff, too.
TRC Media working its way.
I not that I was planning to make it a thing, but I guess, that's a plug. If you want it, just let me know.
Dane charges $52 an hour.
Yeah.
A little bit more, actually.
Gotta get some
my services are not cheap, but at the same time, it's,
Dane will make it perfect.
Got mouths to feed. So, any rate, guys, I don't want to create a massive workload for myself. Not that I expect
Dane's
it.
got to quit his job with us because
I'm sorry, guys. The rag company was fun and all, but I got stuff to do.
Got some stuff going on.
I can't leave this place. Not with
you can't.
Not with the way
chained
things
to
are
the desk
set up
here.
So. I am the prince of the rag company.
It's all right.
I've
when I take over
life.
the company, John and I take over the company. We will relieve you of your duties, so you won't have to feel so stressed. We'll give you your own office with no phone. That's something I can promise to you. So you don't have to worry.
So that's what I did this weekend. Kept it simple. For once, I didn't have to work on a Saturday, so I actually took it upon myself to not come into work on the weekend.
High five, Dane!
Which
First
is
Saturday off
not
in
easy for me, and
months.
you know it.
Yep.
Months.
So,
Congrats,
any
Dane.
rate,
I bet that felt good.
Felt good to enjoy
Finally
a day.
spent less than 80 hours a week here for once.
Yeah.
So,
all right, Dane. Yeah. Sweet.
Let's keep it
Let's
going.
work.
All
Yeah,
right.
cool.
We're
Okay,
high-fiving for anybody
So-
that can't see on the podcast.
Any rate, I don't want to take up all this time. I want to give Anthony a chance to tell us about his weekend. What happened?
Why do you guys always assume that I had something going on?
Did you do something
Because
crazy
Anthony's
this weekend?
Anthony, and there's always something. Wait. I'm going to ruin
you
it
get
for you. I'm
married?
going to steal a moment.
Did
I'm
you
going to
get
steal
married?
a moment.
Did you guys elope?
No.
What is happening?
I'm
right
going to
now?
steal a moment because I just remember that story I told you guys this morning
Steal.
Yeah.
That's the
about
question.
driving into work.
Yeah.
And the craziness I have. Maybe I should just tell folks.
Yeah, I'd say tell the
Dane
Cliff
hit
Notes
somebody.
version.
He killed a guy.
Yeah.
No.
Dane killed a guy.
I had a kind of an on-edge morning. I was driving my project Miata into work, as you do. And, basically just leisurely drive. I like it with the top down. It's cool outside. It was really nice.
It was cold. It wasn't cool. It was cold outside.
It was a brisk
Dane.
morning outside.
It was a very brisk morning. There was frost on the grass.
I drive when it's snowing outside with the top down. I just enjoy it. Okay,
I know you do.
So that's something I like to do. Any rate, I was driving along just fine, and all of a sudden there's this red light, so I'm slowing down, and okay, just fine. And then the light changes right before I get to it, so I'm like, okay, I'll just coast basically. But this truck who was waiting to come from an intersection out of a neighborhood just decided to cut out right in front, and he didn't just like zip out in front like some folks do. This guy freaking drifted his 99 Chevy Silverado, just freaking drifted it around the corner there. Had a camper shell on, like the whole thing. I couldn't see inside. All their windows were tinted, so I had no idea how old the person was driving.
It was probably a farm truck. It was probably got so much power he just couldn't get the tires to
and
get traction.
I was like, okay, this guy's energized.
He's enjoying
this
his
morning.
It's a Monday.
Very aggressive.
He's very excited.
Monday commute.
Probably couldn't wait to get to work. That's why he was drifting around the corners.
So I'm driving behind him for a little bit, and we get to the next intersection, which is like a real main intersection. As you know, Eagle meets Chinden. It's like a whole thing. So it's heavy traffic going both ways, but basically this light was red. We all get to it. I'm right behind the truck, and the light turns green, and there's still cars coming through the intersection. They're turning. They're heading up the street. This guy doesn't wait for that. This guy just plants the gas down.
A rebel.
And, he was aching to go. Well, not only did he drift this corner
those
again,
tires from Fast and the Furious
smoked a lot. Yes. Like he was really, really kicking up tire smoke and stuff. And of course, in a convertible, I'm just getting the full, effect of it. And I'm like, this is great. But he did it right. I don't know why this matters. He did it right in front of a fire chief truck. Like the fire chief is going to do something about that. He's probably going to say like, well, it's not a fire.
Fire chief
it's smoke, but no fire.
So
the guy just basically like mini drifts this.
Chief Doan, I apologize if you're listening. Did not mean to say anything.
Mini drifts this right turn. I'm like, wow, that's aggressive. Once again, like I like to be a little aggressive in traffic in Miata because hey, I treat myself like a motorcycle. I got to look out for things that are trying to kill me because
keep his head on
frankly, if I get in a wreck in that car, I'm toast. So I'm behind this guy.
Another Miata.
Then it's just broken.
And then one person will end up in the other Miata with the other person.
It's like, oh hey, how you doing?
Whoa, our
Did we just wreck or are we? Are we now one?
Yeah.
Should we kiss?
I think that's what'll happen. I'm pretty sure.
So I'm driving behind this guy, and I don't know, like, I couldn't see into the truck. Everything is super dark limo tint, so I can't see into it. But basically, I don't know if this guy was messing with me or what. All of a sudden, he brake checks me, and I was driving a pretty decent distance behind.
No, you were trying to look in his windows. You just said that. You were trying to look in his windows.
I was trying to look in his windows when he was turning.
He's trying to merge with the Silverado.
Oh, my God. No.
Oh, no.
So I drive behind him, and then he brake checks me. I'm like, geez, I was giving him like 5-6 seconds following distance, not even 3, like a lot of distance.
I'm not
Levi here.
Just so you know, Dane is not me.
No.
So Dane does, when he says it's 5 or 6 seconds, it's more like 8. So
that's fair.
Yeah, he gives ample room. We'll say that.
No,
it's a wide berth for Dane, in front of Dane.
I just never ever want to get caught in a situation where my brakes aren't going to be enough to stop me,
because they could fail at any time.
And in that car, I am extremely, I am very defensive driver, but whatever.
Where I'm a very aggressive driver.
Yeah. Just offensive driver. There we go. So we have
aggressive. I want to kill people
offensive
on the road.
So this guy brake checked me. I'm like, whoa, okay, that's exciting. Didn't really want to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I get in the other lane, and I'm just like hanging back a little bit, and the guy goes ahead, and then, well, I assume guy, maybe a gal, and then turns off on the next intersection on Chinden. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's over.
Yeah.
So I'm getting further down Chinden. There's the Hewlett-Packard campus, the HP campus, where they had the printer facilities and everything, for those who know the area. Going over to the hill, it starts to go down a hill. And on the side of the hill there's a big drop-off on the side of the hill where it's just basically
quarry.
Like, you got a quarry, you got some stuff going on down there. But it's a nice view as long as you're not looking straight down.
Yeah.
And
especially if you're not falling down that hill.
Right. So I was looking ahead, there's an intersection, and the light turns green, everybody's going, and I see far ahead, this is a very long, straight road, but it goes down a hill and then levels out.
You've got an ample view of the road ahead of you.
This is an area where there are a lot of large trucks, like semi-trucks, hauling, gravel, whatever, they're going and
in and out of the quarry.
Yeah, everything's coming and going from there. But this guy, big truck, and I'm in the Miata, he starts crossing over the line. He's coming the opposite way, and he starts crossing over.
I'm thinking, to do some Fast and Furious stuff.
I'm gonna have to
shoot the gap underneath the trailer.
Get around this. You never know.
Yeah.
A situation may present itself, and I go, finally, a reason to have such a low car. But no, that did not happen. He was just kind of hovering over the middle line. Got me a little antsy. Got me a little nervous.
Did that last week on his way in.
Exciting.
He shot under
I
it.
do have a Honda Civic, so that's what you do.
Yeah.
So as I'm paying attention to that, I look over for a second, and hey, big birds. For whatever reason, I see those birds perched. Not an owl.
Here in Boise, we have large heron.
There's herons, there's swans, there's cranes,
blue herons.
Maybe some like vulture
rare.
Type. I don't know. I don't think I've seen many vultures.
I would
in our
assume
area.
that they were very rare.
These were big, but these were like birds that were 3 feet tall.
Yeah, they're large.
Yeah. They were large. And they're hanging out on the guardrail over on the side of the hill looking down, which is weird. I've never seen them there. That's why I looked. I was like, and there's 3 of them, and they're just kind of flapping or whatever, and one kind of takes off or whatever, and then I'm looking ahead, and I'm like, oh, that truck's still doing that, and he's coming my way. And just as he's crossing, my path, I'm basically going the opposite way. He's still a little over the line, so I kind of just nudge over, and as he's passing me, I hear a super loud thwack. And it freaked me out because I'm in the convertible. I'm like, he didn't hit anything. He didn't touch anything. I'm looking around.
There's a dead
and I look
body
back.
in the
I have a
passenger
really
seat of
big
Dane's
rear
car.
view mirror. It's like a full width rear view mirror in the Miata. And I just see feathers going around the front of this truck. Just feathers shooting everywhere.
So the truck was in the opposite lane.
Going up the hill. I was going down the hill.
Coming down the hill.
And these birds are hanging out on the guardrail next to him. But one of them must have tried to take off and fly and ended up in front of the truck at just the wrong time.
Wow.
And it was loud.
And that's why the blue herons are going extinct.
So whatever bird that was, it was a bird no more.
So Dane's going to look when he goes
truck.
home. He's going to check and see what kind of bird that was.
And see if he can salvage it to obviously have dinner tonight. Very few people
I
can
wonder
have
what that
eaten a
was.
blue heron.
I don't know. It could have been a
tastes,
heron.
Tastes probably like chicken.
I have no idea.
Probably.
I mean,
anyway, guys, that was a really long, drawn-out version
Yeah.
of a story that just cracked me up this morning. I was like, wow.
So
I felt
we learned
bad for
a
the
few
bird,
things.
but
Dane was able to drift under a semi.
yeah.
He was tailgating a guy in a truck that had very dark tinted windows.
Mm-hmm.
A bird died.
Murder.
A rare bird.
Yep.
And Miatas, when they crash into each other, become one.
Yeah.
One Miata.
Yeah. So,
that's
maybe
pretty
5% of everything you just said was factual, but we'll roll with it.
That sounds pretty good. So
we're an educational program after all. So, any rate, sorry to steal the thunder. Anthony, please tell us about your weekend.
Okay. Back to my very
Anthony did start Supernatural
Exciting.
after Dane and I told him to.
exciting weekend.
I thought he was going to start reading like Ben Stein. Hello.
No, okay, so yeah, Friday night I did start watching that Supernatural show. Or it was Thursday night. It was Thursday night. I found out it was kind of scary. Wasn't really planning on getting into that.
The first few seasons are scary.
A little scary.
It's fun. It's Halloween.
It's a fun show.
So I had that going on. So, but Friday night I actually didn't really do much. I think it was like a pretty low key night. Saturday morning though I had to wake up because I was detailing my mom's
that's right.
Outback.
Yeah.
I told my mom that for like so this is really sad. This was her Mother's Day present. What
That's
month
okay.
is it? It's,
5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago, I gave
What
my
year is it?
stepmom
Yeah.
for her birthday or Mother's Day a gift certificate to my detail shop
yeah.
to get her car detailed. She still has not used it. I do not own my detail shop anymore.
Half the reason
That
gift
gift
cards
certificate
exist is
is
because people
not,
know those people are going to forget it, and they just paid
Yeah.
for something they
Yeah.
never use.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I told my
just
mom
say-
I owed her. I needed
Yeah.
to do this. It just we have been so busy this summer. So I told her I was finally going to get to it. So she has a 2013 Subaru Outback. Oh no, it's 2014.
So like the big one,
like the newer style Outback.
the chunky one.
They all look the same to me. I don't know. And
those ones are a lot bigger
it's
than the
one
old ones.
of the million that are out there here in Boise. If Boise's like an
Yeah,
Outback,
if you wanted to come to Boise, you
Yeah.
can drive 4Runners and Outbacks.
literally,
basically.
I mean that's all you would need. So she has one of those. It's that cool, kind of like a, I don't know, like a blue gray color,
Yeah.
like almost.
okay.
Like it's metallic. It's a really cool looking color,
like a denim metallic dark.
Yeah, that's exactly like a denim metallic. And so I went over to their house. I brought a bunch of stuff. I wanted my Saturday to play with new products, play with stuff that I've picked up over the last couple of months, couple of weeks, and just try out different stuff that I've been using before.
Yeah.
And I was going to give the car a good hand wax and like an actual hand wax, like literally
You're putting on
like
some
a paste wax.
like a paste wax.
Okay.
Like, and so, like, again, I wanted to
Well, and it's
revert.
for your mom's car, and it's not something that, that's why it's fun to play with that stuff.
Yeah, and
You know?
that's kind of what it was. It was just I wanted to play with things, and I kind of wanted to just do something different, right? I mean, it wasn't like I'm making any money off of this. It wasn't like I'm trying to be efficient. I had the day to
You're
do
using
it.
Beadmaker and making sure all your neighbors see.
Well, I had the day to do it. It was just kind of I was just playing around with stuff.
Yep.
So
That's what I'm doing
basically-
next weekend is my mom's car.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so I went over to their house. So what's nice is that my parents have a soft water tap on the outside of the house.
Yeah.
So you can grab a hose and use soft water, which was nice. So gave the car a wash after cleaning most of it up. The car cleans up well because it's still newer paint, right? And she doesn't. I don't want to say she parks it in bad locations, but however, the whole front of it was covered in hard water spots.
Yeah.
I mean, like even on the moldings, like the actual plastic
Oh.
moldings, and that's some like next level water
So it
spotting.
baked in.
Yeah, it was baked in. So I saw that, and I'm like, dude, I didn't really bring all the stuff I needed to like get rid of all this, so I'm just gonna do the best I can. The first thing I did after I washed it, I did a clay decon. So using the new Optimum clay towel, which I
love that
literally can't tell you guys
need to
how
get
much
me
I
one.
love that. Like I borrowed it from work. I had to bring it back because, I mean, I was going to steal that thing because it's so. It's
just
so
good.
helpful.
It's like
and,
it's perfect for a clay
We've
towel.
gotten a lot of questions. People asking, well, why would I buy this?
Why
over
would I
the
get
old
that over
clay
the old
towel,
one?
or why would
Yeah.
I use this over a clay bar? Like you
'Cause
got
it's far superior than anything else on the market. That's
Well,
why.
number one, it's a lot. I would say easier to use. It's more malleable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super malleable, but like the clay, the grade of clay is like I would say it's like a mixture between like a fine and medium grade of clay, but
It's got a little more
but
bite.
It's not just but it's durable though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's breaking off. It's not that it's
the first time we ever used it on Adam LC's car. That was like the prototype.
Yeah, we've told people that we've used. They were using that for like 6 months before I got my hands on it, and I was like, "This is the same towel. That's amazing." So what's nice is it has that waffle-ish design to it, to where
it's perforated.
Basically, it's perforated to where the contamination isn't going into that topmost layer. It's going into those little holes inside the mitt itself. And I know there's different mitts and different towels out there that have a similar design, but some
the perforation
reason,
also allows water or liquid to release, so you can have more lubrication between the
correct, because the backside is still a microfiber terry material. But anyways, so using that towel, I use that with the IK Multi sprayer. Again, that combo is just insanely good, because with the IK Multi, I turn it onto more of that mist setting to where I'm misting a panel rather than spraying a panel.
Fine.
Because basically I have a fine layer of lubrication on the surface to where I can actually see where I've gone, because I'm wiping, but I'm seeing the area because it's like a morning dew, if that makes sense. And so really nice, tons of lubrication. The car cleaned up really, really well after the clay. And as I was doing that, I was even telling myself, Anthony, your mom probably would have been happy with just a wash clay wax and wouldn't really know the difference, But I was like, well, I'll give her car a polish. I'll do a brief polish. So I tried out a different polish that I haven't used before. I used that in conjunction with some Lake Country orange pads. I had my Rupes 15, and I had the Porter Cable 7424. Went through the whole car, gave it a one-step polish. The particular polish I was using, not my favorite.
Did it do anything? Or?
No, that's why we test products.
Yeah, it just wasn't my favorite, but I didn't bring a backup, which kind of sucked. So I only had that one on me, but it just wasn't my favorite. But I realized that, hey, this isn't something that I like. That's okay. So I got to the headlights, because our headlights are already oxidizing, which is absolutely insane, because the car is only
it's not an old car.
4 years old. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening this soon.
Does she leave it outside all the time?
No. I just think there wasn't any protection on them. I think that just the car wasn't waxed or had anything on it. So the clear, the clear on the OEM headlights is already starting to fade. So I just wanted to polish those out to get them looking better than what they were. The polish that I had didn't have any cutting ability to get rid of that. So I actually grabbed. Don't laugh at me. I grabbed a bottle of orange New Finish off the off the counter that my parents had. Shook that thing up. Put that thing on there. No, I mean, on all honesty, man, they looked pretty good after that orange bottle of New Finish.
For those who don't believe
so
that we use a variety of things, there you go.
And I was pretty happy with it. It was better than what I was working with. So, Levi, what are you doing?
You look real...
Taking off my hoodie.
Real colorful over
what?
there.
Is that a Rag Company shirt?
Wow.
That is. It's a. Those of you that are listening, you need to go onto the Rag Company podcast channel and check it out. But this is a custom one-off Rag Company tie-dye.
Wow.
That's not a print. That's actual tie-dye.
It's actual tie-dye that my wife made. I made one for your dad.
That was nice.
Blue and green.
Wow. Yeah.
He loves it. It's like his favorite T-shirt to wear.
Seahawks colors.
Yep.
Yeah, I bet Jeff loves that. Anyways, so cleaned up those. After the polish, I tried out doing the old-fashioned paste wax by hand using an applicator. Went on pretty well, but I guess one of the biggest things I kind of realized was that in comparison to like a spray sealant or a spray wax, you just have so much extra buildup and residue that you're removing on it to a towel.
It's different.
It's different.
And then we're not saying it's wrong. But there are more efficient. No.
I'm not saying you're doing extra work to do extra work.
The wax you used is a very nice wax.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. It's
a really nice wax, and it goes on very nice. It comes off very nice, but like you said,
looks good.
There's an excess buildup because you're removing material.
Correct.
That you have put on.
Correct. Yeah, and so I think it just comes down to being spoiled by efficiency and kind of the later the more of the later products that we've been using, because back in the day I would have been absolutely there's going to be tons of buildup with this removal of this product, but now with this new stuff that's out, when I go to remove something, I'm like, why am I going through 4 or 5 towels? I should only be going through 1, maybe 2 towels for this process that I'm doing now. But it is what it is.
And what's crazy is there are still 80% of the detailers that still in the U.S. that still do what you just did.
Well, yeah, because there's usually a belief that's tied to doing that kind of work that it just looks different when you use like a paste wax or something like that. Or some people, actually a lot of people, you have to be someone who enjoys the process. If you're the kind of person using a paste wax, you're either you're just the person who really enjoys the process, it's therapeutic. You want to do it because it's something that
the car as you're doing it.
You enjoy the process.
Well, it's
but there are other people who don't,
and it's relaxing. To kiss the car. I mean, to wax the car.
Good Lord. Okay, there are folks who definitely want to use a paste wax because...
I mean, wax cars.
Sorry, Dane. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
There's people that want to use a paste wax.
I mean, you got to want
experience.
to do that because what you're getting out of that compared to what you can get out of a spray wax or a spray sealant or anything like that, if you just care about the look, there's plenty of products out there that are not a paste wax that are going to give you a look that... I guarantee, even if you swear up and down that the only thing you like the look of is a paste wax, there's something out there that's going to look the way you like. It's going to. I didn't want to say bead maker because I didn't want to just...
I understand.
The hype train is mad, but, you know, there are things out there you can use.
There are a lot of products that are like that. And
because they want that warmth.
Yeah, and we're not knocking this wax. We're not going to tell you guys what the wax was, but... I've got it. It's on my red truck right now. I've got that same paste wax on. It's a gorgeous wax.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but
you gotta want.
Looks
to do
really
that.
good. I washed it this weekend, and it looked really good when I got done washing it.
Yeah.
You know,
well,
it wasn't a problem.
I want to hear people weigh in on the comments.
But it is time. It is the amount of time.
It was, dude. And
you and I talked about it.
Literally all I could think about as I was doing it. I was just sitting here, as I was going over a door. I'm still being careful around my trim. I'm still being, I mean, but I'm trying to get a nice even application. I don't
want to get it wedged inside of some crevice or something.
And as I'm doing it, I'm like, okay, crap. Like this would be. I could literally do a spray, wipe, done. Not.
No, you've effectively like quadrupled the amount of time it's going to take.
Right? Then I have to grab my towel out of my detailing belt. Do that, set that back down in there, grab the thing, grab the application. You know what I'm saying? It's just, it could be so much quicker than that. But,
I'm sure some guy in the comments is going to go, you're slow at it. I'm got it down to a science. I'm faster.
Dude,
but
obviously
ultimately you're going to be slower with a pace than you are
if I wanted to. I could have gone as fast as I could. But it was just more me comparing in my head what would I be doing otherwise. So, did the application. Car looked good. I was happy with it. Dressed the tires, dressed the inner fender wells. And then after everything was said and done, I went inside the house, ate some food, hung up my parents' dog, talked with my dad a little bit. He just got back from a hunting trip. He went
hung out with your dad and talked to your parents' dog.
So hung out with my dog, talked to my dad. My dad just got back from not elk hunting, just a deer hunt is what he was doing. He was doing bow hunting up in the mountains. He was gone for like a week and a half.
Ooh.
Came back. Pissed. He didn't come back with anything.
Oh no, that's the worst.
He's like basically they stumbled upon I don't know. I mean, he said they stumbled upon like a pack, but basically he had one friend in that group which was too eager, and they were bow hunting, and basically took a shot that he shouldn't have took, and it was like it has to be. It's a very
well, you got to get a lot closer.
It's a very calculated thing especially when you're bow hunting, and I've gone with my dad several times. To where, I've been on his trail, and he just basically tells me exactly what I need to do, and I followed his directions, and we've always ended up with a buck, leaving there. But this particular, I guess, instance, he went with somebody that was new to the group, took a shot they shouldn't have took, even though they said, don't take that shot. He's like, I'm not going to miss. He missed, and they lost it.
It was literally a rookie mistake.
And then they were trying to track him for another day and a half. Nothing happened. So, anyways, he was kind of bummed, but he's like, yeah, it was a fun trip. At least I got up to go to the mountains. And I was like, oh, all right, whatever. But after that, basically went back over the car, did another quick detailer just to kind of finish it off, pick up any extra residue that was on the car still. Looked good. My mom came home. She was happy. Had no idea what I did.
Car was shiny.
She's like, car's shiny. Looks good. I'm like, you don't know. Yeah.
You have no idea what went into this, but
whatever. But but she was happy because I did wipe down the interior. I didn't vacuum anything. I didn't have time. I just kind of wiped everything down, cleaned up the windows. Windows looked dang good after I was done. And I want to give
she will appreciate that more than anything.
The window cleaner?
No, I want to give a shout out to that purple Meguiar's glass cleaner that I've had for almost 2 years now. bought a gallon of it, right? I have used about like that much because it dilutes like 10 to 1, right? Yeah. And unless you're in like a shop setting where like there's 20 guys using this,
time.
I'm like, I'm never gonna. So if you want any glass cleaner, Levi, let me know. It smells like a grape Kool-Aid, but
that's why he really bought it.
Yeah, it is. But so did that. After I finished with that, I went back to my house. Basically, hung out for the rest of the day. Sunday morning, I woke up. I was pretty upset because basically I found a cabinet for my garage, right, that I've been really wanting. I've been really wanting one of those tall standing cabinets, those 6 feet tall, double doors, open it up, because I wanted to store not just my detailing products in there, but I wanted to store my gallons, buckets, things like that I have just kind of sitting around my garage. Yeah. And found one on Craigslist. It was one of those Gladiator powder-coated cabinets, right? Normally a $400 cabinet. Found it for $120, right?
Nice.
Bam.
Yeah.
Email the lady, say, is everything there? She's like, yep, everything's there. I'm like, okay, cool. Consider it sold. I'll pick it up tonight. She says, oh, sorry, can you pick it up Sunday morning? I'm like, yeah, I can do Sunday morning. That works fine for me as well. So later that night, I see that I got a notification that she removed it from the Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe she just removed it because I told her I was going to buy it, right? Sunday morning rolls around. I message her. I said, hey, I have a truck available. I can come pick it up. You're right down the street in Cuna. What's your address? And she says, hey, sorry, I removed it from the Facebook Marketplace. I'm not feeling well today, and I need to get rest before work. Sorry. And cool. I see this message, and I'm like,
what?
That literally doesn't make sense.
I'm like, WTF? What does that mean?
Takes
right?
2 seconds for me to come grab it from
So I'm sitting there like, so I even respond. I say, I don't understand. Like, do you want me to pick it up another day, or what's the plan? And then
she's trying to let you down easy.
Oh, and then she just leaves the conversation on the Facebook thing. So like she just like leaves,
blocks
you. She ghosted you.
Exits the conversation. And I'm like, and this is what pisses me off, people. If you don't want to sell something, or if you've already sold it, be honest. Don't tell some crazy
say, oh my
lie.
gosh, sorry, my neighbor came over and gave me $125 for it.
Oh my God, aliens abducted it. You wouldn't believe.
People are understanding. I would have been like, cool, no, dude, I mean, that's a little upsetting, but, whatever. I understand. I get it. I've been in that position before myself. But don't just make up some stupid excuse and then leave the conversation to where I can't even get in another word. So I was at a bitter taste in my mouth at that point, right? And I was pissed because I really wanted this cabinet. I was already thinking about how I was going to make it work in my garage.
Yeah, you already bought it in your head.
So I told Katie how mad I was, and she was just like, well, is there any other cabinets that are similar? And I looked online, and there's a matching Husky cabinets to my already existing Husky tool chests, right? Those same cabinets for sale on Home Depot. They're like $70 off right now. It's like $230 when they're normally $300. I was telling Katie, and she's like, well, before you settle on it, sleep on it, give it a couple nights, think if you really want it, if you know what I mean, if this isn't just an impulse buy, and if you really, really want it, go make it happen. But so I told her I'm going to sleep on it for a couple days to see if it's really in my heart that I need it.
Maybe your special lady friend will call you back. After she's well rested.
Yeah, right? No, dude, I was so pissed about that.
Lisa, you're tearing me apart.
So, dude, it's just one of those things. But anyways, I end up, my friends Andy and Alex end up picking me up later in the day. They just picked up a new squat rack for their garage, right? Apparently they wanted to
went and did some squats together?
They wanted to install a home gym in their garage. And they said, hey, this is heavy, Anthony. Can you come help me out with this,
muscles.
right? I say, yeah. So they come pick me up. They drive me over to their house. We're sitting there. We pull it out of the truck.
Twist. It's the Gladiator tool case. They have it at their house.
Oh my God.
It
was them.
I went in their fridge and I grabbed a Monster energy drink, right? And I was starting to drink off this thing.
So
we're like, oh, dude, they always have. They're my favorite place to go to because they always have energy drinks on.
He just admitted he likes them for their.
Well, they
food.
are pharmacists.
That's why they're my friends. I love you guys. So I set this drink out on the tailgate, right? I sit it there for about an hour to completely forget about it. Well, it's time to go home now. So they're like, all right, let's jump in the truck. So I'm in the truck, and I'm sipping on this Monster on the way back to my house.
There's a bee in it.
And listen to this. Listen to this. I'm sitting there drinking this Monster, and I'm been swigging on it.
Cigarette.
Nothing wrong. And then we're getting close to my house. I go to take the last big gulp of this drink, and I feel what feels like legs on my tongue.
Bees.
Right?
Yeah, bees.
And I spit it. I like Mike Tyson spit it back out into the monster, right? And I'm like, oh my God. I look at them and they're like, what's going on? Because they heard me spit it. I'm like, there's a bug in this monster, right? And they're like, what is it? What do you think it is? I'm like, it felt like a mosquito eater in my mouth. Like it felt like
big long legs.
Have you had many?
No, but it was funny because I remember
what mosquito eaters feel like
when I was picking it up off the workbench or the tailgate. I even thought to myself, I even thought to myself, what if there's a bug in here? I'm like, but why did I think that?
Yeah,
9 times out of 10 there isn't, but there's always that one time.
Get back to the house. I'm disgusted. I'm like sitting there gagging. I'm like, what's in this? And
that's one of the things I was talking about. Anthony's idiosyncrasies.
And so they're like,
I feel like most people would have that reaction though.
I know.
They're like, are you going to dump it out to see what's in it? I'm like, I kind of don't want to see it, but I kind of do.
Dumped it out.
So I dumped it out. Big fat bee came out of there.
Oh. Was it a honeybee?
No, it was just a normal worker
probably like
bee.
A hornet
just
type
a normal worker bee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it was sitting there. It was
honeybee
it was pulsating its stinger, right? And they're like, Anthony, what would you have done? I'm like,
stung your tongue.
I'm like, I actually don't know. I really don't know. I would have.
Gaif.
I would be in here with a lisp today. Is what would be happening. I mean, it would
have been our best podcast yet.
It would have been pretty exciting. So no, that was kind of the end of that. That was that day. Katie went and got new bedspreads for the house, and she surprised me with a new kitchen table and chairs, and I'm like, where is this coming from? And
she's like, from my gladiator money.
Yeah, and she's like, I want you to stop asking questions.
Spend your gladiator money on the table.
So that was cool. So I set those up yesterday. So we have a kitchen table for sale if any of you guys are interested. Comes with 8 chairs, a removable.
But don't worry,
leaf.
If you message Anthony on the Facebook Marketplace, he will not tell you that he is tired and needs to rest up for work. And
he'll come up with a better story and then flake on you.
Yeah. So
by the way, guys, just leave those in the comments. Tell us your worst Craigslist person sold something out for money of stories.
I remember when I drank something that something was in it.
Yeah.
It was at the car wash that I worked at when I was 17, and mainstream touchless car wash. I was working in the detail shop back there, and I was I think I was probably 18 at the time, and there was a dude that he only had about 5 teeth in his mouth. And I always tried to buy a bottle of soda because he always drank cans of soda, right?
So you just didn't want to get the.
And I didn't want him to think muscle memory, oh, it's one of mine. Take a swig off of it.
Put his weird missing teeth mouth on your soda.
Yeah.
Gumming it.
Yeah. That was my main thing. He also smoked copious amounts of cigarettes. This is before I started smoking. So
you quit smoking. You don't smoke now.
I don't smoke now.
Okay, people just say they know.
You guys heard, I think I talked about on the podcast previously. Quit smoking 15 years ago. So, but he would put his cigarettes out in his can. That's why he bought cans. It's because then he'd use them as ashtrays, right?
Oh, yeah.
So one day our soda thing was out of bottles and all we had left was cans at the store because we had a little convenience store inside. You could pick up, so that's where we get them.
Sure.
So I bought a can, Diet Pepsi. Like I said, I've been drinking Diet Pepsi since I was a wee lad. Yeah. And I remember I picked it up. I took a drink, and this guy usually drank Mountain Dew all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Took a swig while I was waxing my car. He was hanging out helping me. I took a swig, and I felt cigarettes. 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
I looked down. It wasn't my Diet Pepsi.
Oh, no.
It was one of his old Mountain Dew cans that I had grabbed.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
And I was like, spit it out horribly. And he was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you just took a swig off my ashtray.
He probably thought it was hilarious.
He loved it. He thought it was hilarious. He was dying.
Meanwhile, you're projectile vomiting over the
At that point, Levi was like, I feel like I should pick up smoking.
All of a sudden, I was like,
no, he said he had a taste for it now.
Why do I feel like I need to smoke 3 packs a day of menthols? This is strange.
This is nice.
Huh.
Yeah.
No, I remember that. It was gross.
Dude, so now I think I'm going to be a little bit more cognizant of where I put my cans at and remember that there is
or have resealable containers,
bugs that can fly inside those things. So I'll probably never make that mistake again. But so that was that. I mean, that was kind of my weekend. It was a good weekend. I got some detailing in. I wanted to detail Katie's car, but I think honestly, guys, I think her vehicle would be a great candidate for a very hard water spot removal video because her whole
it's a black car.
Her whole front end is absolutely covered in it, and that was at her previous workplace, or I guess same job, but previous area she was parking was, she had hard water spots, but now she's parking somewhere where that isn't possible anymore. So I think if I were to polish it or we were to clean it up, that wouldn't happen again. Yeah. So I told her I think we'll use her car as a demo car. So if you guys want to see some extreme hard water spot removal.
Yeah, maybe we'll bust out some acid.
Yeah. Bust out not the drug acid.
No, but
literally acid.
I mean, with the shirt.
Mixtured acid.
Yeah. You had to stop and think for a second.
Hey, there's nothing weird about a tie-dye.
Yeah.
Chill out.
So
make each of you guys some. If you guys want to buy tie-dyes from me, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Hit me up at masterofshine.com.
I like Levi's, though, because it's very Murica.
Yeah, so that's why I wore it at our 4th of July party at your parents'
That's why
house.
you did it.
It is.
Augie has a matching one, only his doesn't have the Rag Company logo on
We
it.
need you know who would really, I think Maki would love one.
I think Maki would.
I
I almost
would freaking love one.
Thought about getting one for Maki, but...
Did you? Yeah, I think Maki, because Maki also loves blue and green colors, but we can...
Oh, he'd wear it like every day.
See what we'll make for him. Ask him what his favorite soccer team colors are, and we'll make him that one, because he loves soccer so much.
But my wife does make some pretty wicked tie-dyes. She's been doing a ton of them. She made a bunch.
Good at it.
She made a bunch for Hadley's second grade class, all the kids, for the first day of school. She made them all tie-dyed T-shirts, and that's what they wear. They love them. So
we should see if anybody else wants to do a co-branded shirt. We can get a Rupes logo on there, a bunch of other logos on there, and do a complete tie-dye edition.
Detailer's tie-dye.
Good Detailer's tie-dye edition.
And coming soon to masterofshine.com.
Yeah. Maybe we can donate them to a good cause.
Along with your complete host set.
My air compressor.
Yes, right.
Version 2.0. If you go on masterofshine.com right now, it probably just says under construction.
Yeah. Well, I like yours, though.
I would love that you just hawked all your own personal stuff on your website.
There's no website.
Whatever.
I just own the domain, that's all.
Well, I just want you to sell your own stuff so people are like, so this is just like yours? No, these
are my pants.
These are mine.
These are my Brooks.
I was going to donate them, but then I decided, why not be greedy and terrible
dirty,
instead?
But we have a video on how to clean shoes.
Oh no!
just like you promote yourself and you promote all these things that you have and say that they're for sale, right? And people are like,
just shamelessly,
or it's just Rag Company T-shirts and Pepsi shirts.
But they're all used.
It's like what I know, but if it's all brand new, but it's literally copies of what I have in my wardrobe.
That would be
something to ponder.
Feels good to laugh.
Something to think about, guys. Yeah, that's pretty.
No, that would be pretty great though if we could do that.
There's some good stuff. So what I want everybody to take away from today's podcast is you need to go down and leave a comment, and you need to tell us your worst Craigslist story of somebody selling out from under you.
We want some new stuff because we've got a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Available where we can put out a couple more podcasts.
Yep.
Where we can actually respond because we know you guys really like those questions, the Q&A kind of thing, and that was a lot of fun for us to do it. So yes, like Dane says, do give us some comments, some horror stories.
We love them.
It's so much fun to see that stuff.
And if you haven't watched the Questions of the Week episode number 1, you ought to, because I'm
listening
pretty
to this
sure
right now. We're not going to talk anymore.
Don't even bother with us over here anymore. Go over there, listen to it. You will enjoy it.
Also, today we just made live our September 13th event here at the Rag Company.
Yes.
So it's a couple weeks away, 3 weeks away. We've got Bob Eichelberg.
October 13th.
October 13th, sorry.
We're already way past September 13th.
October 13th, the Rag Company, 9 a.m. Bob Phillips, Dave Phillips, Bob Eichelberg.
Well, hold on.
And Rennie Doyle.
I want to make a quick thing.
I don't know
if Bob Phillips is coming any longer.
What?
Yeah, I actually messaged. Well, we were messaging each other this morning on email, and he says he's actually sending his brother, Dave. Only Dave.
Why is he only spending Dave?
I don't know.
People will miss Bob, but I will say...
Sorry, this is actually the first time I've relayed
Why would you say this?
We didn't know
Levi, so...
We didn't know this.
Bob and I text all the time.
Sorry,
Why did he not text me?
I don't know.
Apparently he does trust Anthony
apparently,
more.
though, Dave, the chemist
of
Bead Maker...
The inventor of Bead Maker is going to be here.
If you want to ask the super technical, detailed
questions,
have
him on podcast.
Dave is the guy you're going to want to ask anyway. Bob's awesome, but Dave is going to be your guy for that.
Making all the plans. He was doing all the airline stuff for everybody.
So we won't have a battle of the Bobs. We'll just have one Bob there.
I know.
Bob Phillips, if you're listening to this, you need some explaining to. You got a lot of explaining.
He's probably going to leave a comment on this.
You need to give us a call.
I'll show you the email.
He
said I don't think he's going to make it. I think he said it was just Dave was going to be coming. But we will update you guys.
We'll figure you guys out. Anyway, come because we got Rennie Doyle, Bob Eichelberg of Flex Power Tools North America.
Yep.
And Dave Phillips, the master of Beadmaker.
Yeah.
The brainiac that developed it, the inventor of Beadmaker. If you want to ask him all the weird chemistry stuff that you've been dying to find out about, now's your chance.
I mean, you can ask him things other than Beadmaker, but let's be honest, a lot of you are going to want to ask him Beadmaker questions.
So,
we know
how
it
works. Come to Boise,
works.
9 a.m. to 2 p.m., October 13th. Flights are available. Just come on down. It's easy to get to Boise.
It's actually pretty cheap to fly into Boise. It's not super expensive.
You can crash at Dane's house. I mean,
whoa.
You can
sleep.
You can rent a hotel room.
Yeah.
You can sleep in Dane's bed with him and Liz and Callie the dog.
Oh no!
Just telling you, you might wake up with some dog hair.
Liz is like, who is this?
What?
It's Adam Thurman. I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what makes this great? I know Adam's listening right now.
Adam's just like, so I hope this is cool. Should I be between you guys or on one side spooning one of the
Dane
other?
says I'm going to be in the middle, so you want you can be the big spoon, Adam.
Oh no!
Brian Norris is here.
No. Oh no!
It'll be a good time. But seriously, you guys should come up.
Yeah.
Come to the event. It's going to be fun. Flex will be in full force. Tom from MVP will be selling product. We'll also have the actual entire double black line, not just what we carry, but
the whole thing.
MVP Distributing is going to be distributing double black as well. Yeah. So they will have almost the entire PNS line plus the double black line.
Heck yeah.
Which will be awesome. So for those of you that maybe wanted to buy, one of the other products, Tom will have that available.
And for people that want...
And we're probably going to be doing in-store specials.
Yeah, for people that want a little bit incentive, we'll typically do in-store specials. I know the last event that we had...
was 20% off the entire store.
Jeff was very... he
was very generous.
Very generous with that discount, and people were taking advantage of it because...
they were buying foam cannons, the new MTM foam cannon.
Insane deal.
They were buying scan grip lights.
But they're in-store only.
It's in-store only, so you got to be here to get that deal.
Yeah, and then keep in mind, you get access to the cases that we can't sell online here.
Yeah, the cases you probably saw in the new video.
Yep. So
if you watch the tour video.
Things like that. So it's worth it to come up if you live in a nearby state. Make the drive because you're going to save a ton of money that you'd probably spend anyways.
Yeah.
Just by paying online stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, coming in store is going to be pretty beneficial. So, or if you just want to come hang out, you can come here, buy your stuff, ship it to yourself, right?
Yeah, we'll
Fly
do that
here.
too. We do free shipping.
We'll do something like that to where we'll make it work for you. So, cool, guys. Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Well, I guess that's that. So, as usual, thank you so much for listening and or watching. If you're on the Rag Company Podcast YouTube channel, make sure you go check out Comments of the Week, number 1. That one's out, and we will probably be doing a number 2 this week.
Yeah.
I certainly hope so. So, anyway, guys, keep those comments coming. Tell us your stories. We look forward to it all. If you have nice comments, we obviously love those. But if you have something that's like constructive or you just have a general criticism and you're a meme person, you can leave that too, and we'll just see what happens.
Come at us, bro.
Yeah.
Come at us.
And that being said, we'll see you next week.
See you
guys.